Hello and welcome to a CraftySniper's airsoft video. It's been a long time since I've done an airsoft video, and it's been even longer since I've actually done the airsoft. So we're going to do a little bit of catch up, a little bit of news before I get on to what this video is all about. Right, the reason why I haven't been able to do any airsoft in December, in fact I can't remember the last time I did an airsoft match. Took part in one. Oh god, the memory's that bad. Actually, no, I think the last match I did was LAC's special operations event, Attack Eval series match, where I played a Russian officer, died horribly, but that I think was the last match, and that was in November. It's been a while, and there's a good reason why it's been a while. I've got a new job. So in my old job I had Sunday Mondays were days off, so being that 99% of all airsoft matches on a Sunday, hey presto, I can go play airsoft every single Sunday. My job now is very different. In my days off I do 4 on 4 off, and that obviously shifts along the week, or across many weeks, so there are going to be times when I can't play airsoft. And unfortunately, December's been that month. There's been a couple of matches that have been put up by LAC. Most of them at Combat Zone, Christmas matches at Combat Zone, and a few matches at the farm. I haven't been able to play any of them due to the fact of me working. It was one of the hardest decisions I've ever made to change jobs. I won't go into too much about why I changed jobs. I am happy where I am. Looking at it from the, what's good for the future is going to be brilliant for the future for me personally. But my airsoft has taken a whack, and that's just, unfortunately, I knew from the get-go where this job was being offered to me that there was a good chance I would be not playing much airsoft on certain times. However, this doesn't mean I'm quitting airsoft. This means at the moment I'm postponing airsoft. I won't be airsofting for, well, I think my next airsoft event I possibly can take part in is in the new year. Being that we're, December the 12th, 13th, I can't remember one now. It's not long till the new year. And in fact, I think I'm probably going to miss another couple of matches, if that. So even though it sounds like a long time, it's going to be January before I airsoft, it's, it's unfortunate. That's just a side issue of my work. What this does mean, though, on the flip side, I always like to look for a flip side when I was in something that's bad, is that I will now be free to airsoft at LAC's The Farm. Now, LAC, for all you guys that don't know, LAC have been running sites. There are 2 sites in Curtin when I first started. They've now closed. And the main site was Combat Zone, and still is Combat Zone. It's a woodland paintball-esque site. You've all seen it. You've seen it in my photos, seen it in my videos. They have started running their own dedicated CQB site, which is called The Farm, which is, well, it's a farm. Very uniquely named. And I've said from the get-go, I'm a sniper. I don't do CQB. Because it's just never really pleased me. Well, that sounds wrong. It never goes with my mental abilities for doing airsoft. I'm a sniper. I prefer long ranges. I prefer to have flanking runs, or big open spaces. That's what I look for. And the farm, and any CQB site for that matter, is not that. However, because I can't airsoft as many times as I would like at Combat Zone, that means I have to get my airsoft kicks from somewhere, or else I'm going to do me nothing. And due to the fact of me doing these 4 on 4 off means I can be free during the week when LAC run quite a few of their farm events. So I'm going to be doing some CQB airsoft, and that's what this video is all about. I'll get around to it eventually. I think you've realised I am building a CQB loadout. I have my primary sorted. I have some of the chest rig sorted. I've got a few things in mind that I need to purchase. But due to the fact that I have quite a large collection of airsoft bits and pieces, it's very easy to pick up the main bits that I need for my CQB loadout. So that's what like I say, this video is all about. So let's go straight into it. The primary for me is going to be this. This is my second ever airsoft replica I bought. It is a G&G UMP 45. It's an AEG. I do believe there was a gas blowback version out there in the world, but this is the AEG version. Like I say, this is the second ever airsoft replica I ever bought. I bought this at an airsoft show. I can't think what the bloody show was called now, but it was a place where a lot of airsoft companies go. I was in my first 6 months of airsoft, I would imagine, 6-10 months, and I had an M4, I had a G&G carbine, which was my primary, and I wanted something that looked a little bit different to, you know, to an M4 and G&G UMP. I haven't used it too many times, if I'm honest, because I don't really do CQB-esque stuff, which is what this is set up for. But now I am going to be doing CQB, so this is the best primary I've got in my collection that will do the job. What am I going to be running with it? Well, I'm going to be running 50 round mags. These are my 50 rounders. I have 3 of them at the moment. I have this wonderful gizmo that actually hooks up 2 of them, which allows me to switch these mags very, very quickly. But I do have a spare 50 rounder sat here. I also have, and I can't find where I put them, 2 550 round high capacity mags. Well, one came with a gun, and I bought the second high capacity mag because obviously I was new to airsoft and high capacity was the way forward. However, my main aim is to be running 5 or 6 50 round mags. These are low capacity magazines. I would class them as being on 50 rounds. And they absolutely work wonderfully due to the fact they're G&G magazine and G&G gun. Well done, they are going to work wonderfully. They are plastic, simple design. The only downside is they are quite butt ugly to look at. Sort of like the P90 mags, very, very long. And as such, they are an absolute eyesore to actually get into any kind of mag pouch. Now, I used to use P90/UMP mag holsters, pouches. I had 2 in my collection. I gave one of them away a few years back, and the other one I use as my sniper rig, and I use it for a gas can carrier. What I have found in my collection is another thing that I've had for quite some time that I've never used, is this. This is an AK style rig. And the AK style rig allows you, because AK mags are bigger than M4 style mags, to put these mags actually in them and be perfectly secure. So I now have the ability to carry all the mags. Brilliant idea. So yeah, I'm going to be carrying this on me. It's also a very good system because it's very, very light. It's very, very small. It doesn't restrict my movement. So I can get down on my knees almost. I can bend over. I can maneuver myself through any number of tight areas. And not worry about smacking things. On that front, smacking things, and going back to the UMP, you'll notice a suppressor on there. The UMP suppressor is a quick detach suppressor, so if I happen to be needing to run with the suppressor on, it's quite a long replica, but I can very quickly just take that off, and I can run it a little bit shorter and use it without. The actual suppressor, which I do believe you can purchase for around £30 odd, these are quite expensive for some unknown reason. It does have baffles inside it, and it does actually baffle the noise a little bit. It just, well, muffles it a little bit, so it takes the twang off it. If I was to fire this gun now, I don't have any batteries with me, but if I was to fire it without the suppressor on, it's a very, very loud crack, almost along the lines of G&G's APR9, which they released not so long back. Put the suppressor on, and it actually really does take down the noise a little bit, but it does add a little bit to the length. Batteries, I've just found them, they're down here. These are the batteries I use in my SCAR, believe it or not. For anyone that knows, the Tokyo Marui SCAR, whether it be the L or the H, has a ridiculously small battery space. It's It's a joke. A massive, great big assault rifle, and it's got a battery space that's just tiny. These are the batteries that I found when I first purchased this Scar. These are Newpol 7.4 1100 20C batteries, and they run the Scar brilliantly. Because they're so small, their price point I think was about £12, if that. It was very, very ridiculously cheap. But they fit brilliantly in this because it also has a semi-restricted battery space. Batteries go in the rear. Pull the stop back, reveals your small type Tamiya connector, and you've got a long battery storage area, which is this portion just here, which I used to put in, oh god, 8.6 stick type NiCad batteries, if I remember that correctly. I haven't used them in God knows how long, but basically they were AK style NiCad batteries. Obviously when I was doing airsoft, when I first started, NiCad was the way forward. LiPo then took over and it's never really looked back. This LiPo battery is probably more powerful than the 8.4, or at least on par with it, style NiCad battery. But it fits in there brilliantly, like so. Connected up, away you go. And I've got a couple of these batteries. What else do I need to purchase for my CQB? I need to pick up some uniform, I think, kind of. I'm not sure yet. See, when I'm doing sniping, I rely on camouflage. So most of my clothing is camouflage based. Whether it works or not is a different matter. But in CQB, you can't camouflage yourself. You're in a building. So I am going to be working out different pieces of clothing to actually use. Hell, I might even go down the route of having a pair of jeans. You know, I mean, you don't need camouflage. So, you know, who knows what I'm going to go down. A massive, massive thing. That I just realised this. I put up, as of making this video, about 4 or 5 hours ago, I put a post up on my page regarding a certain airsoft celebrity sniper who put a video up, kind of sounding like he glorifies headshots. Won't go into that one because there's an awful lot of comments that came up on that on the Facebook page. You want to talk about that, check out my Facebook page and read the comments. Some of them are absolutely corking. But because it's CQB, and that means the ranges are going to be ridiculously close, it means I had to pick up one of these things. I've had this in my collection for some time and I hate it with a passion. It's just uncomfortable. It is so irritating. I've got a little bit of a goatee going, a little bit of beard, and it either gets caught up and that hurts, or it makes you itch and you can't itch it because you got this on and you know full well if you take it off you're going to get shot. I do admit these things are a must in a CQB environment. They are a must, and you've got to get damn good ones. But it is so painful to wear. However, if you like your pearly whites being in the configuration that you've got now, you need to get either this, which is a lower face mask, or a complete kind of face mask. You know, a paintball mask even will do very, very good, because I have seen teeth being shot out. Last tooth I saw shot out was at actually combat zone, and it was at range. It wasn't me that did it, but I was there. I watched this person just spit his own tooth out. Imagine what would happen if he was in a CQB environment where the range rarely exceeds 20 meters. So yeah, these BBs carry a lot of momentum behind them. So yeah, if I don't get another one of these or a better version, this is what I'll be running to cover my mouth area. Obviously I've got my glasses, they're already BB resistant and all that. I think they're Bolly safety wear, so they're already damn good at their job. But I may go down a different route of having some kind of setup around my face. I may get a helmet as well. I'm 6'5". The site at the farm has a lot of small entrances, and for anyone who's 6'5", it's going to be, anyone over pretty much 5'2" is going to have an issue going in and out of these buildings. And I think a little bit of safety protection it's not going to hurt anyone and it might save a bit of pain. So yeah, helmet, lower face mask, one that's comfortable, damn decent pair of goggles, if not some kind of full face mask to try and protect the ears, the face, you know, everywhere it hurts. Gloves wise, I normally run I don't know idea where I put them, but just a normal pair of woodland-esque gloves. They do very well in cold weather, and when I'm sniping, they're brilliant. But they are quite thin material, so if I take a whack on the hand by a BB, I'm probably going to feel it. So again, I may have to go down the route of getting some kind of armoured gloves. So it'll have a little bit of knuckle protection as well. If I fall over, it means I've got a bit more protection on my hands. You know, it's just the common sense items that we need in CQB. So I've got quite a few things to purchase. On the UMP front, bar magazines, I'm pretty much done. It might need a new booking. This runs a standard G&G green booking, which is a cold weather resistant booking, which is pretty much good for any G&G gun that runs that style of hop chamber. Never had any issues with G&G greens, but I may just get one because I think they're about £12 if that. You know, it's worthwhile just getting one, swapping it over. I have got a spare inner barrel that will fit this style of gun. It's a Mad Bull 6.03. I can't remember the length of it. It is slightly longer than what's in the gun now, so therefore would stick out into the suppressor. So if I want a little bit more accuracy, I may go down the route again at 6.03. I'm not sure what the barrel is in this thing. It might be 6.05, but who knows? At CQB ranges, am I really going to need it? Probably not. I'm just trying to work out where to put my money for this loadout. Last, I would say, is the secondary. As you know, snipers run Mark 23s. Mark 23s are brilliant for sniping, counter-sniping, being that quiet little SOB. They're awesome. But in a fast-firing environment like CQB, it's not the best weapon in the world. So, you know, I've got a collection of gas pistols up there. My Glock 17, my WB Glock 17, that needs a little bit of work on it. Maybe bring that back into service. I have been tempted by AEPs, weirdly. It's the one class of airsoft replica I don't have in my collection. And I like the idea of having an ability to carry a 100-round magazine in a Glock or a 1911 or a Deagle or some sort of AEP. Having the ability to fire 100 rounds in a pistol platform, that's a good idea. So if I can get round a room a little bit quicker, have this, have the UMP on a sling, put it to my side, draw the sidearm, and have that ability to still reach out and touch someone with an AEP. Obviously an AEP does not have the range of a gas blowback pistol, won't even touch anything my Mark 23s will, but we're not doing woodland environment, we're not doing 40, 50, 60, 70 metres, we're talking 40 metres maximum. I mean, of the whole entire site at the farm, there is only one area, I believe, where you can reach 40 metres, and that's a very, very limited area as to where you can have a firefight. Most firefights happen around corners, henceforth, you don't need the range. So an AEP, slightly less than £100, couple of 100-round extended mags, hey-ho, couple of batteries for it, and away you go. So that's a possibility. That's in the new year, because obviously it's Christmas coming up. I ain't gonna be ordering anything now. Postal service will go nuts. So yeah, that's my CQB-esque loadout. I am going to be taking photos as I add bits and pieces to it, show you guys what I've bought. So yeah, basically, I think that's about it. It's been a while since I've done a video, so you know, I'm kind of forgetting a few things. But yeah, just to let you guys know, I know it's been a while since I've done any decent length posts on my Facebook page, and that's purely because of my job. I work through the night, and I mean, on my 4 nights that I work, the 4 corresponding days, I'm in bed. I cannot be doing anything computer related at all. So that's delayed the website, the proper.com website, although I am slowly working on that. But I did say that was going to be New Year anyway. I think that's about it, for honest. Can't think of anything else to say. So yeah, if you found this video informative, I hope you have. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any questions about beloved UMP, even if you've got an AP, I've never had any experience with APs. I've watched quite a few videos of them, but I've never actually handled one. So if you've got an AP, if you've got a CYMA or a TM AP, let me know what the damn things are like to actually use. Are they actually, is it £100 wasted, or is it £100 for a CQB secondary? It's actually pretty damn good. So if you got one, let me know. So yeah, stay safe, and I will see you guys, well, on this thing, not with a sniper scope, but I will see you guys on a CQB site very, very soon.